All right, who did it? Fess up. Who sent me this game? I know it was a singular person, and I'm 99% sure that they're trolling me. And I cannot believe that I didn't grab their name before I played it. I can't believe it, and it is the biggest regret, because are you fucking kidding me? Really? Why are you sending me this wiki game? And moreover, why are you sending me this terrible wiki game? Come on, man. It's like you're setting me up for failure here. You knew I wouldn't like this. So today's video is on Messiovore. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce this. What I do know for certain is that this game is hot trash, and it's the closest I have ever been to scrapping a video. In fact, as I'm recording this voiceover right now, I am still thinking about scrapping this video. So if you see this, it means that I didn't scrap it, and in all likelihood I won't, because the reality of the day is I need to get videos out and I can't waste my time. And considering that I wasted an hour and a half playing this pile of crap, I gotta use the footage. I just have to. Like, I got trapped. Anyways, we can just start at the description, and I knew this should have been a bad sign, but the description of the game first reads, a fantasy game about exploring and killing. Wow. Okay, we're not fucking around. The world is in a state of erosion and decay. Long past are the times of prosperity. Now the fate of humanity dangles by a thread as evil grows stronger by the day. What can one man do? And the answer is jack fucking shit, because I don't know what the hell's going on in this game. Let's start from the top though. Starting off the game, you'll be asked to create your character and name your character. Not exactly rocket science. Once you initially spawn, you'll be placed right outside the starting town in the game with a bunch of signs that tell you how to play. Not the most grandiose of tutorials, but hey, it's a tutorial nonetheless. I'll take what I can get. And honestly, the tutorial isn't awful, at least from what I understand, because it seems like it teaches you most, if not everything you need to know about the game. It tells you how to fight, how to dodge, use your evasive, cook things, and tells you that if you're starving, you'll be weaker than you otherwise would be if you weren't starving. After that, I wander into town and I go to talk to the first NPC I see with a little question mark over their head. I talk to them, and then click an option, and then try to talk to them again, and I can't. I try over and over and over to talk to this person and I can't do it until I eventually learn that the way you talk to the NPCs is that you are absolutely 100% required to be hovering your mouse over them. You can't just be in the general vicinity, you have to be hovering your mouse or it won't let you. Brilliant. Okay, so I open up the dialogue now and I don't get any dialogue options at all. It just goes straight to the selling menu. Perfect. Okay, so I guess whatever quest is in there, I just can't get it. I'm not allowed. It's also at this point that I realized that the game, which initially showed tooltips and general info about things that I hovered over my inventory, has completely shattered to pieces. Now, when I hover over things in my inventory, it doesn't show me jack shit. So I don't know what the properties of any of my items are. Wonderful. Mind you, this has all happened in the first 3 minutes of me booting the game. The game has broken about 4 or 5 separate times in 3 minutes. Nice. Eventually I talk to someone and they tell me that in order to help feed the village, they want me to go get some raw venison, and in order to do that, I'm gonna have to fight some deers. So I equip a bow and arrow because I figured, well, that should be good at fighting against deers, right? And with the bow equipped, I walk out the gate to be greeted with my worst nightmare. A giant, barren, empty wasteland. God fucking damn it, man. Of course it was a giant, empty, barren wasteland. What the hell did I expect? I find a deer pretty quickly and try to shoot it with an arrow, and the arrow just arbitrarily hits the floor. Great. I can say a good thing about the game here though, if you shoot your arrow and you miss, you can go and pick the arrow back up, so I guess that's kinda cool. You do have to be hovering over the arrow, what a surprise, and the arrows are really tiny, but at least you can do it. I chase after the deer and continue to try to shoot it with arrows, and fail miserably, because this has to be one of the most unintuitive aiming systems for arrows I've ever seen in my entire life. It would become clear later that they have a ton of drop-off, and you need to aim significantly above your target in order to hit them. But you can't actually tell that that's what's going on at first glance, because the actual path of the arrows from a visual perspective is extremely hard, if not impossible to see. So I pepper this deer with arrows. I shoot it over and over and over again. I have never seen a deer take this many arrows in any game. I'm completely at a loss, wondering if I'm even doing damage. And yet, I get close to it, and it's got like 1 health. So I pull out my sword and I smack it. There it goes. I absorb the deer for life force and XP, I guess. And it drops some venison once I harvest it. 2 down, 3 to go. The next deer I start off once again shooting arrows at, and then I decide, you know what? Fuck this. Why am I shooting arrows at the deer? So I dash at it and I beat the shit out of it with my sword. Because yes, that makes a ton of sense. Clearly the sword is the best option when it comes to hunting deer. And the sad part is, yeah, that's 100% true. It really is the best option. So I kill the rest of the deer that I need to kill, head back to town, get some money, and once again am without direction. Perfect. I end up talking to another NPC who asked me to get a pink cave scale. 5 of them to be exact. I have no idea what that is. There's a cave right next to the town, so I go into the cave and it is pitch black. And when I mean pitch black, I mean pitch fucking black. You can't see anything in here. I fall down a cliff, there's a torch, and appears to be absolutely nothing in the cave. So whatever, we're leaving. After wandering through the barren wasteland some more, I eventually run into this random guy in a forest and they ask if I speak English. So I'm like, yeah? Why? And they tell me, do you want to join He Orcs? To which I respond, no thanks, and go the other way. Now within like 5 seconds of going the other way, I run into the first enemy NPC, a level 25 Shade, who beats the ever-living fuck out of me. I'm sitting here getting comboed, I can barely move, and within 0.2 seconds, I've already lost half my health. Perfect. I try to use a heavy attack, and they dodge out of the way. Brilliant. As I'm trying to get my bearings, a second one. Wow, perfect. So the first one took half my health in an instant, now I'm getting ganked. I decide my best option is to try to run back to town, and unsurprisingly with this terrible game, the enemy AI seems to absolutely, under no circumstances, ever lose aggro. They will follow you to the ends of the goddamn earth if they have to. As I get closer to the town, I eventually run into that orc guy from earlier, and they help me take out the rest of the guys, but I get knocked down in the process. Fortunately, nobody decided to kill me, so I managed to stand back up and head back into town, being mostly just confused. In the town, Orc Man once again tries to get me to join the stupid orc clan. So this time I said, buddy, just leave me alone. And what happens? I immediately start getting attacked. In the middle of the starter town. Nobody comes to help. Alt F4. Perfect. Now, fortunately for us, Mexiovore, whatever the fuck it's called, has private servers that are free, so I won't have to deal with orc dipshit ganking me when I don't agree to join his dumbass guild that I don't care about. It's in the private server where I would really learn what this red sky effect means. If the sky turns red, it turns a barren wasteland into an unplayable wasteland, spawning an absolute fuckload of these red enemies that will attack you incessantly no matter where you try to go. And because there's so many of them, they'll constantly gank you, making the game just absolutely miserable. What a shock. Just look at all these guys down here. How the hell am I expected to fight all of these assholes by myself? Well, the answer is actually quite simple. Have them all break and their AI stop working so I can just beat the shit out of them for free. I mean, take what I can get, right? It's around this point that I would figure out the combat loop for this game and how to cheese practically every single AI, or at least every single AI that I ended up running across. It's really quite simple. You just run in, attack them 4 times, kick, do a power slash, run in, attack them 4 times, then dash backwards. Then you can run in, attack 4 times and dash back again, or wait for the kick. Run in, attack 4 times, kick them, attack 4 times again, run away. Rinse, repeat over and over and over again. Seems to work on every single AI. Go figure. Do I care to find AIs it doesn't work on? Absolutely not, no. Now obviously, as the ganking gets more out of hand and there's more enemies, this isn't going to work as well because this game has some of the worst hitboxes in the history of video games. They are horrific. Your hitboxes are the size of little tiny pinpricks. They fucking suck. The AI's hitboxes are the size of a giant-ass fucking monster truck. You'll get hit from 8,000 miles away, meanwhile your attacks will miss at point-blank range. It's fantastic. So in a gank fight, there's a very, very good chance that you'll only hit one or two of the enemies that are attacking you, and the other one will get an attack off with their giant hitbox. Once I figured out how the combat works, I decided, alright, I'm gonna press this game as far as I can go. We'll just keep going in a straight line through this forest until I hit the end. And that happened very, very quickly. Past this little forest, welcome to the Garden of the Lost. You may quickly notice something similar about the Garden of the Lost compared to every other area in the game. Oh, right, yes, that's the one. It's completely empty and there's nothing here. Shocking, I know. Well, it was, until the red sky came back and filled it with these dumbass red guys and you can't move 3 steps without getting attacked. Just look at all these guys. Do you think that this is enough red guys? No, it's not. And you know what I quickly figured out? I quickly figured out that if you just run the red guys in circles enough, they'll kill each other. Perfect. Works for me. Wow, I really earned all of these kills, am I right? As they kill each other with their poison blood and whatever the hell else they got going on. Eventually, I found this really large enemy, and I figured, well, do or die, I don't really care. Let's go see if this guy abides by the same NPC rules. And would anybody be surprised that he does? No. I would have made short work of him if this other red jackass didn't show up out of nowhere, causing me to get killed in practically 1 hit. I'm dead. And I don't care. I'm fucking done. Fuck this game.